All right. So we're thank you, Northwest Blends. All right. So
.com.
all right. So here's what we're talking about. So Jason went off on a rant about somehow some consensual, unconsensual rape activity.
Okay,
and
so
George Lucas doesn't get laid.
Padme shows up in her come and get some dress,
Right.
and she's like, "Oh no, we can't go down this path, Anakin."
Yeah.
but I'm wearing the dress that says we should.
Right. I get it. Well, because I think she wanted to. She had the intent
She
to.
definitely wanted to
get it
it's
on.
even grosser, dude, because like, how much older is she than him?
Oh yeah, I've thought about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like, huh.
but apparently society just let that go.
Well, I mean,
I think it was filmed in Kentucky, to be honest with you.
probably. But the whole point is like, okay, so here's where the Matrix gets really weird, just kind of like Star Wars, where, okay, so this is the 7th version of the Matrix.
I know. I've already established
but what
that.
version of Neo is this?
Wasn't there a Neo per version?
Right. But is this the 6th Neo in the 7th Matrix?
No, it's one Neo per Matrix.
No. Because, okay, you even brought this up. Did Neo really die?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
But
So what if he didn't die?
If you watch the movie,
Plugged him back in.
if you watch the movie,
They repaired the damage. That's
Right.
what they said. They specifically said,
And
we
they even-
repaired the damage.
and the robots, you saw them go right to work on them.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we put you back in the Matrix.
Right. And that's why I said,
Yeah.
did he die?
I don't think he did.
And you fought me on that.
I don't think he did.
That's what I was saying.
So
Welcome to the podcast,
welcome
Jason.
to the podcast.
God.
Randy. But the whole point is like that's where it could even get weirder
Right. It could. It could get even weirder.
if they continue down this path. Just hopefully Neo and Trinity don't involve themselves in a scene where Trinity is like wearing a dress that says, "Hey, I'd like to see you in my room tonight."
Well, they need to have a baby. They need to have a Neo baby.
for sure. But I hope she doesn't go, "We can't go down this path, Neo. It's too dangerous for us."
Right.
But you should come to my room tonight.
Yeah, you should come. I mean,
Just make sure you pull out.
just or handy or whatever.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
back door's always open.
Jeez, Jason.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
Well, I might just leave it in there. I mean, both of our listeners seem to be very happy with it anyway. So, hey, speaking of both of our listeners, I'm talking to you guys.
From Romania.
Well, and the ones that aren't from Romania, hey, do us a favor. We need to, on the YouTube, we need to get a jump start on our algorithm. So if you could, thumbs up or thumbs down. I'll take a thumbs down. I don't care, but show some action. If you guys want to put in a comment about today's podcast and what you think, maybe, as goofily as
Non-COVID related.
is non-COVID related, as goofily as we talk about these things, if you have a thought or a comment about the things we brought up, we'd love to hear about it. Or just send us pictures of your food if you guys are cooking. I don't care. But just something would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some interaction.
You watched the last 3 Star Wars movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you think this is bad where people are like, Neo can't fly.
Right.
Oh, it was even worse with the Star Wars movies because people were like, nobody in the history of Star Wars has been able to stop blaster bolts in midair like Neo stopped bullets in the Matrix. Remember when Kylo Ren just stops those blaster bolts?
Right.
And people were so angry about that. They're like, that's impossible.
It's not impossible. He uses the Force.
Yeah, he did it, so it's not impossible.
Right.
And they were just like, this isn't Star Wars canon. This is Disney.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're always going to get that. You're going to get that where people are upset. And I have to be honest. That movie took me like 5 times watching it
Yeah.
to get me to like it. Because I was like, I don't like this.
So, just a thought. As good as they are at taking their blast or their lightsabers and using it like a baseball bat and whacking, blaster
Sure.
shots.
Yeah.
How come they're not pro baseball players? Can you imagine?
I don't think they have baseball in Star Wars.
Well, just because we didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't work.
Well, you're talking to somebody who really likes Star Wars.
This is
baseball in Star Wars.
and this whole thing you got to consider. The Star Wars is set in a galaxy far, far away,
a long time ago.
a long time
galaxy
ago,
far, far
right?
away.
But somehow it's still in the future.
It's not in the future.
We don't have blasters now. It has to be in the future.
No, because
Yeah, it was a long time
It's very
ago.
clear in George Toy Boy Lucas's little brain that it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I know he said it was a long time ago,
Long time ago.
but we don't have blasters now. But it was in a different galaxy. Maybe they developed them there and we didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Maybe it's still on its
Maybe.
way here.
Yeah. But I mean, you're going to see this if they keep making Matrix movies.
Right.
You're going to see people outraged and upset because they'll eventually bring back Hugo Weaving.
Do we need to pull up some Reddit and see what Reddit's saying
God.
about this?
Sure. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's give it.
I wish I had the Jeopardy thing. Oh, you know what? I had another idea for a podcast.
What? Oh my God. There's a whole Reddit about it.
Oh, I bet there is.
Oh dear God.
Is Kami Kamiston, what was that? Kami Comrade? Is he posting stuff?
Kami comrade. No.
Oh, he had some zombie comments. I was just curious.
No. All right. So, the rainbow pill, a thread for those that liked Resurrections. The red pill for those who did not like it. 3.4K comments versus 2.4K comments.
Jeez.
So people really, the commenters really didn't like it. So it's loading now.
Well, they're lighting that up, aren't they?
The Resurrection feels like a bad fan fiction come to life. I effing hate it.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Do they say why?
Especially the shit one-liners. I'm getting there.
Yeah, there were some dumb ones. But they've always been dumb.
Yeah.
I've always
everything's
felt the
dumb.
one-liners in The Matrix were terrible. They're like Schwarzenegger,
Agents have personal lives. They shower, shave, eat at restaurants. What the F? Oh my God. The modal created by Mr. Anderson, technically not a real agent or a real environment. Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah. It was created by Mr. Anderson, so he's not really an agent.
Oh my God.
It made me doubt whether they actually wrote the first film. Obviously, they made it, but could they have stole the writing from somewhere else or something? Kinda, because The Matrix is really Alice in Wonderland dressed up.
Ish.
It is.
Yeah, I get it.
It's the same plot
I get
to
the
Alice in
point.
Wonderland.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, "Did you even watch the Animatrix, bro?"
I did not.
Yeah.
I like
What's
the
this
movies.
guy's
And
username?
that's about as far as I go, is the movies. There's some folks.
Ned Flanders Love Shell.
Ned Flanders Love Shell.
Oh yeah.
You know what I did feel, though, watching that movie was, didn't I already see this?
Oh,
That
this
was the
is-
thought that I had.
This is the one that really calls to me as a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And a Matrix fan. Dope ass absurdity. It was 2.5 hours of callbacks and fan service. These clips of the previous movies and said shit like, "Here's screens from your video game." It was a poorly written pile of shit. And everybody said that because like the internet was a newish thing when episodes 1 through 3 came out.
Right.
So it wasn't too bad.
I still had AOL when the first one came out.
Yeah, but when episodes 5 through 7 came out, trying to
Jeez.
do the math. So when those came out, oh my God, people were saying the exact same thing.
Really?
It's just J.J. Abrams writing a fan service.
Oh, jeez. Same stuff.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, it's the same complaints. You're always going to get the internet trolls that just don't like it. They're
Right.
going to try to get you not to like it. And
Yeah.
people who like it, they're just like, "Hey, I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time."
I liked it. I mean, the movie for what it was, I liked it. But like I was saying earlier, I felt like, didn't I already see this movie? So
You
it's
did.
like, yeah, I mean, and I get that's probably the point of it, right? But I felt kind of like, I mean, a little let down,
Why?
just because I felt like I'd already seen it.
Okay, so do you like Star Wars?
But I
Yes or
get
no?
the point of it,
Do
right?
you like Star Wars?
Yeah,
Did you like episodes 5 through 7?
I liked them all.
Okay.
Some better
So-
than others.
So, if you really look at the story from The Force Awakens,
Right.
it's really kind of the reverse situation
Yep.
of Luke Skywalker's journey, but it's Kylo Ren.
Right. I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same movies. It's the same 3 movies, just with different situations.
Right. No, I get that. I just,
And it's okay.
But I think it was way more obvious in The Matrix on this last movie. It was
To
just
me,
kind of
it
like,
was more obvious in Star Wars, but
huh?
it was more obvious in Star Wars. For
That's
me.
exactly what I said. So
You said
you're-
it was more obvious than Matrix.
No, in The Matrix. The Matrix movie was more obvious than Star Wars
Oh, okay.
to me.
Yeah, and I felt like it was. For me, it was more obvious from Star Wars.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, because I think they used so many of the same themes in the new Matrix that it was just, there was
Well,
the
they
line was
have
not
to.
blurred.
Yeah, no, they have to.
Right, which leads me to my comment before, which was, and I understand the point of it. I mean, why and what they were saying. I just kind of was hoping for maybe like Neo comes back to life and there's then lots of gunshots and
All right, so
maybe a little bit tighter
here's
suit
some
on Carry
deep
On.
thoughts. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yeah. Oh,
Do you have a
ready for
deep thought intro?
deep thoughts with Jason
Yeah.
Pounce?
So, Robin wrote a robot. Robin wrote a robot.
Okay.
I think Neo and Trinity of this film were resurrected clones. They both died at the end of the third movie. Maybe clone Neo was too drugged up with his blue pills to connect with his ability to manipulate the Matrix at will.
Oh, okay.
See?
So you're saying the effects of the blue pill kept him from having the
All of his
powers?
powers.
Maybe that was it.
Maybe. And
I
then
didn't think about that.
Mr. Moo Moo 91. Neo's powers stop at anything not connected to the source. The machine's sentinels still come from the same place as the Matrix. Think of the fight with Bane in Matrix 3. He wasn't using any abilities and his fighting was very amateur. When Neo goes blind, all he can see is Bane, and once he kills Bane, he's blind again until they reach the machine city. Even when Trinity gets impaled, he still has to feel out her wounds with his hands. So he's saying, yeah, Neo has to be connected to the source.
Neo, does that feel like a wound?
Does that feel
No.
like a gaping hole in Trinity in Tiff's chest?
Then maybe you should take your hand off of it and quit squeezing it.
Oh, now it's getting into the weeds, dude.
Uh-oh.
Plus wasabi. Pussy. Smith calling Neo Tom instead of Mr. Anderson really bugged me.
Oh, yeah. Yep, he did,
I'm
too.
getting super petty.
But he did. He kept
Yeah,
calling
he
him. Yeah. Yeah. Thomas.
Oh my god! And then Nia Jazz. I bet they felt correctly that having the new actor say Mr. Anderson all the time would exacerbate the already unavoidable bad feeling of, ugh, this guy is no Hugo Weaving.
Oh, you're probably right. You know what? That makes sense. Because he has a very specific way he says it.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, and I've never heard it recreated as well as he does it. Yeah,
It's because he's the one doing it.
he's the one doing it, right?
It's just like the whole Darth Vader thing.
Right. Right. Try to put somebody else in there instead of, yeah.
I'm your father.
See, didn't do it. You didn't do it for me.
Because I'm not wearing a respirator from Scuba Gear.
Well,
And I'm not James Earl Jones.
call down to the interns. Let's get one in here.
Let's get the Foley crew in here.
All right, we got one more commercial break from the guys at northwestblends.com. Folks, thanks for sticking around. Comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Talk to you later. Be right back. Hey, folks, Randy from The Great Podcast. Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast, and we appreciate it. Now take a moment and visit our sponsor, nwblends.com. nwblends.com offers the freshest coffee you can get available today. It's awesome. Coffee from around the world brought to you and roasted when you order it. The coffee, that's it. They don't roast it weeks or months in advance. They roast it when you order it so you get the freshest coffee available. Single origin or blended coffee, it's up to you. Drip, you can get it in toddy, espresso, or beans if you like to grind your own. nwblends.com. This is the place to get your coffee. Maybe you're not a coffee drinker. That's okay. They've got you covered. Coffee is available as a gift. If you want to give the gift of coffee to somebody this holiday season, do it. nwblends.com. You can even just buy a gift card and let them buy their own coffee. This place is fantastic, folks. You're going to love it. nwblends.com. Great sponsor of the great podcast. You should try it. You're going to love it.